Welcome to the Brand Marketing Blueprint Workshop. My name is Kaz Thompson. I run an agency called Glad Match Agency, and what we do is we help as many business owners as possible make money online with their personal brands. If you already have a business, the other thing that we do as well is we'll help you launch. So if you're a real estate agent, we're going to jump into it, but if you're a real estate agent, a coach, a consultant, anybody that's trying to really make an impression online, we're going to help you with it, and we use social media to do it. So if you're looking at the screen right now, we have a simple funnel that we use. It's very simple, but we've learned how to really take advantage of this funnel and help our customers, our clients, our partners get the results that they want. So if you're looking to either increase your income online, if you're looking to get more clients, if you just want to improve your brand presence online, if you're, again, an agency owner, a business owner, if you do nails, if you do hair, if you do services, if you're a consultant or a coach, if you help people, get a transformation, if you help them go from point A to point B, then I want you to listen in. In the past 3 years, we've helped over 300 clients, either through our marketing. My wife has an accounting firm, or even throughout our event space. So we have an event space through doing, again, as many events and free workshops as possible. We've helped so many businesses, and I want to help you guys today. So let's walk through it. Right here on the left, again, you'll see a little picture of a cell phone, more icons. So these icons just represent more social media. But what we do is we'll teach you how to use YouTube and TikTok in the form of shorts to really drive your information back to some type of landing page. And again, don't fret if you don't know what any of this jargon means. I'm going to make it as simple as possible in the next few slides, and we're going to get through it, right? So once you get to this landing page, and we'll show you how to do this for free, or if you want to pay a little extra to make it jazzy, we'll show you how to do that. But you'll use your social media to get them to a landing page and then convert them to some type of email automation, right? So once you have them in an email funnel, you could then lead them back to a tour if you're a real estate agent, or some training if you're a coach, or even a course, or even an event. So if you're trying to really find a way to boost your events. Everybody's saying short form media, but they don't have this package. And right now we're going to break down the package and what it looks like to you. And when I say package, that means a system, some type of process, a way to do it that just makes sense. That way you're not just getting up in the morning trying to figure out what to post. You're not having any type of strategy or structure to your post. You're just putting things out. And not that you can't post about your family or your friends. As a matter of fact, you should. But once you get help clarifying, who your target is and what your true intention is, then you won't find great results. So again, our job is to get great results. And speaking of results, in the past month, one of our latest clients, Philip, he's just earned his first $2,000 per month client using the same method. So I want the same for you, right? So if you want to make $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, whatever that target is, you could get there through consistency and by following a step-by-step routine or plan to make sure that you, again, achieve your goals, right? So let's see if we could get through it and go to the next slide. So how to make more money online using your personal brand without any prior experience or spending money on ads. So again, my name is Kaz Thompson. I'll introduce myself in a second, but the goal is by the end of this workshop, you're going to have the 4-step system that we use on a regular basis to help our clients increase their revenue and grow their businesses by using social media, right? So let's go through it. So tons of people are doing their best to post on social, but because they don't have a system in place, it's not getting them consistent leads and or sales. So what's happening? They're getting frustrated, right? So they're getting up. They don't know what to post. They don't know how to create content. They're getting, they're being worried because they're spending time or money, right? And money, right? Sometimes they're spending both. And again, they're not seeing any results. So if you're frustrated, if you're worried, if you're just tired of just not knowing what to do, follow me, right? So who's this for? This is for agents and owners, service providers, coaches, and consultants, right? Anyone looking to create an online coaching or education type business. So, right. The other thing that this is good for too is affiliate marketers. So if you don't have your business yet, but you're entrepreneurial and you know that you have what it takes to start a business, but you don't know how to start, we'll show you how to use affiliate marketing as well in the system to generate tons of money every day online. So if you're not familiar with affiliate marketing, it's basically, using your own influence. It doesn't really make you an influencer unless you like that term, then you would be an influencer or ambassador. But either way, I'll show you how to use your face or not use your face, all right? So you could actually do this in a faceless way to actually make money for other brands and get paid for it, right? So this is also for anyone looking to just find more customers online. So if you have an HVAC business, if you cut grass and you've just been looking to find more customers online, again, walk with me through this workshop. So in the next 30 minutes, what we're going to do is walk through what types of content you should be creating on a regular basis, how to attract more leads that take action, how to automate the entire process, and how to use social media to even magnify this even more. So my name is Kaz Thompson. I'm a business owner. I started off as a content creator. So if you know me, I'm a huge photographer. Like when I say huge, not to the world, like nobody knows me, right? But I'm personally in love with photography. So that's how I really started my business. This is before I even got into the agency and worked for corporate. My main hobby was just taking pictures, right? So back then they didn't call it content. They just called it photography. But that helped me transition to just having an eye and being able to help as many customers as possible create content. So again, like I said before, we've helped over 300 clients in the past 3 years just get from point A to point B. That's what we're here to do, help you on your journey. So if you're even at a stage where you already have a business and you have clients, but you're just trying to scale, you're just trying to make it bigger, right? We'll show you and give you step-by-step blueprints on how to scale your business too. And from a marketing standpoint, we'll show you how to do that with the brand marketing blueprint. But if you also just need guidance, right, we're here to help you, right? And last but not least, I'm a mistake maker, so I've made tons of mistakes. And I say that proudly because, honestly, if you don't make mistakes and you're not trying things out and testing, you won't be able to go from point A to point B, right? You won't be able to see what works and what doesn't work, and you won't be able to adjust because you have nothing to adjust to because you've just been clenching onto safety and security, right? So if you really want to make it to the next level, what you have to do is be prepared to take risk. And the other piece is, when I was struggling the most, what I did was found some mentors, people that I could really either pay money to or spend time with to, coach me through a particular step in order to not have to stumble as much. So still made mistakes, but once I started, investing in myself, getting coaches, getting mentors, that's when things really started to take off. So what I'm going to teach you has taken me over 10 years to figure out, right? So this process, it didn't just come up overnight. Like I didn't wake up and be like, whoa, this is the way to do it. It came up because as an agency owner, we've been helping tons of clients with their social media, editing videos, and through the entire process of trying and failing, we've discovered that, hey, there's a system here. There are certain things that we could do that always gets this type of reaction, right? And there's a couple of other things that we could do that get no reaction at all, right? So once we figured out how to really leverage the type of content that gets reactions and get people to start noticing us, that's when we knew that we were onto something, right? So step one of the brand marketing blueprint system is going to be content marketing. So this is the most important step in the very beginning, and it's all about creating a relationship, right? So the goal is, if you want new clients, you have to be able to reach a bigger base of people, right? So a lot of people are like, hey, I'm scared. Like, there's 200 people watching. And I think that's okay. Like, if you're a business owner, so think back way before social media. If you got an opportunity to put your gift, right, put your service in front of 200 brand new people, would you take it? Right? Let me just ask you that. Would you take it? Of course you would, right? So if you really are intentional about growing your business, then you have to be able to put your brand in front of just more people. It's just a numbers game, right? And now more than any other time in history, you being able to put your brand in front of new people is accessible to everybody, and you can do it for free, right? So on TikTok, you have, short form videos. Following TikTok, you have Instagram also giving you the option to do reels. You could do reels on Facebook. You could do reels on YouTube, and we'll show you how to exactly say the right things to say certain things that are going to get people's attention. So not just say the right things, just certain things get people's attention and get people to engage, and that's all about creating a relationship and starting off, again, with a bigger clientele because you're attracted to more people. You're attracted to more people and you're attracting more people, right? So the content marketing framework is very simple. It's video, video, video. We do this again on YouTube and TikTok first. We'll show you how to distribute it on other networks. But if you're on YouTube and TikTok first, the reason we like to start there, and the reason why we say those are the two most important places, those are the two most important places, is because you could actually search on YouTube and search on TikTok. And if I'm looking for a landscaper near me, I could actually jump into TikTok and see who's in my city, who's in Atlanta, right? Who's in Birmingham, who's in LA, who's in Houston. As a landscaper, I'm able to see how they interact. I'm able to see their face, right? So seeing the face is super important, not because it doesn't matter how you look. It's like, hey, can I create a relationship with you? Does this seem like somebody that's cool or worthy of hanging out with? Do they have kids? I have kids, like, so I relate on that level. Do they listen to hip hop? Do they, whatever you're into, do they crochet? So maybe you find a landscaper in the middle of Chicago that also likes to crochet, and you have a house and you like to crochet. So you're immediately going to be like, okay, I could follow this person because they're into my thing. They're into my jam, right? So what you're going to be, what you're going to be doing for yourself is creating short videos about you. So it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what you're into. Just create as many videos as possible. And we're going to show you exactly what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and how to draw some type of reaction in a way where people are going to be just chiming in, waiting on you to drop the next video, right? And eventually, if you do this enough times, when it's time for them to take action, they're going to constantly, and first and foremost, remember you and you being able to give them what they need, right? So that's content marketing. That's our framework. But step 2 is actually capturing the lead. So you're doing these videos over and over again. Eventually, you have to lead them to another place where you could continue the relationship. So one of the things that a lot of business owners make when it comes down to making content is they don't have anywhere to follow up with that lead, right? So if Instagram shut down, if TikTok gets banned, that's been the rumor these days. If TikTok gets banned, Instagram gets shuts down. You lose your Facebook password, and you had 300-400 people in there tuned in every day, and you had to start fresh. Like, how would that make you feel? Right? You'd feel some type of way, right? Because you've lost connections to, all these people that you've been working on capturing for the past, year or 2 years or 5 years, whatever that might look like. But you're going to feel like you've lost access to a potential lead, right? Even if you haven't been using the brand marketing blueprint system quite yet, you're getting accustomed to, DMs, things of that nature. So what you want to do is continue the relationship off of social media, and we're going to show you how to build a list, right? So building a list is capturing emails. When you capture an email, emails equal longevity for your business, right? So if you're running a business and you're not capturing email, you're not really running a business. So I know I might be hurting a lot of people's feelings right now, but again, if you're running a business and you're not capturing emails, you're not really running a business. So think about any business that you give your money to on a regular basis. So it could be Carnival Cruise Line, right? It could be Shein. It could be Home Depot. When you go into Old Navy or the Gap, wherever you shop, right? One of the first things that they're trying to do is capture your email. And it's because they want to email you, offers, right? They want to see who you are, and they want to be able to stay in touch with you. When you walk into Gucci, the first thing that they're asking for is not your Instagram @ right? By the time you leave, they're going to get your email address, and they're going to follow up in probably a day or two, sometimes same day, and let you, first thank you for your sale, but secondly, what they're going to do is start offering you, other things to accompany what you've already purchased, right? So if you run a business, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. You could basically be doing the same thing that these other big brands are doing and grow your business through following up via email. We're going to show you exactly what to say. We're going to show you exactly how to use AI, and we're going to show you how to actually build this list to the point where if you're emailing, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5,000 people on a regular basis, you're going to get sales, right? So when holidays roll around and you have some type of special bonus, or you're looking to help more people, if you want to simply ask them. The other day I sent out an email. It was three sentences, maybe 4 tops, but it was basically saying, hey, we have 2 more slots open in our coaching program. Would you like to join? Just respond below. Kaz. That was it. Nothing fancy. No special copywriting skills. I didn't use any magic. I'm just asking the questions to keep people engaged. And guess what? I think it was either 5 or 6 people responded back saying, hey, you know what? I do have questions about your coaching program. Out of those 5 or 6, 1 person signed up, right? But if I didn't send that email, I wouldn't have had anybody sign up, right? And in this situation, I did not put it on Facebook. I did not put it on Instagram. I didn't put it on YouTube. I'm just constantly communicating with my audience in a way where they know I'm giving them value. And if every now and again I ask them to respond, they're going to take action, right? So I'm going to let you know, again, you don't have to be, and you shouldn't be selling in every email. So if somebody was selling me something in every email, I'd quickly just unsubscribe because I'm not getting any value. There's no reason for me to be getting the email, just getting bombarded by offers, right? So we'll show you how to do that, right? So step number 2 is you're going to give something away that has tons of value. So again, if you're an auto mechanic and you service BMWs, and obviously your target audience are BMW owners, but if I have a BMW and you're emailing me tips on how to maintain my BMW on my own without spending money with you, just again, tips, tricks, resources, tools on how to get the most out of my car, save $1,000 a year. When it's time for me to spend money because I don't want to do it myself, guess who I'm going to call? I'm going to call you, because you've been giving me all this value. You obviously have been showing me authority because you know how to do the thing that I need work on the most. So I've already created a bond with you, even though I've never worked with you, because you're emailing me on a regular basis, giving me value, right? So number 3 is to create something that's going to solve an immediate problem. So this is also super important. So if you know that person, let's go back to, not crocheting, let's go back to weight loss. So if you're a weight loss trainer and you give me something that's going to help me lose 2 pounds, like right now, right? So I could change something in my activities or my diet that's going to cause me to lose 2 pounds right away. When it's time for me to lose 10 pounds, I'm going to be like, wow, I spoke to Rob, I spoke to Susie. They allowed me to, jump into their community. They gave me this free thing, gave me the tips I honestly heard of before, but the way they said it, again, I connected with them because they listen to polka music. I like their vibe. You know what? I want more. Like, I want to learn more about that trainer, because they've given me something super simple. They've given me great value, and they give it to me now. So something that I could get results from today, right? So think about that when you're building your own list, that, hey, what can I do that's short and quick, right? What has tons of value, and what's something that's going to solve an immediate problem? So what types of lead magnets are the best? For me, we have seen that there are 2 types of lead magnets that work incredibly well. And in the very beginning, you can start off with one, but as your business grows, you could add on new lead magnets all the time based on, what you're trying to offer, what's going on in the market. Sometimes also a mix of what's going on in pop culture. But the 2 types of lead magnets that work for me all the time are, number 1, checklists / guides. So, we used to put ebooks here, and if you've seen any of my previous workshops, ebooks has been on there. Ebooks have gone down a little as a lead magnet and has gone up as an actual product, right? So we sell ebooks all the time. We've given away ebooks as well. We've had ebooks as lead magnets, but we're seeing that people have short attention spans, and every year it gets shorter and shorter. So now they're like, hey, you know what? I just want the list. If you are making $100 a day using AI, right? And you have this list of the top 10 AI tools that you could use today to get clients to make more money online. People are gonna dial in. People are gonna listen, at least. And I would give up my email address if you was able to, again, show me that you're communicating with me via short form video, short form content on a regular basis. You haven't asked me to buy anything. You just constantly, when I open up my Instagram feed, I constantly see you just spitting out knowledge, right, and giving it to me and helping me. And I'm getting tools. I'm getting tips on a regular basis. But then you're like, hey, you know what? Do you want even more tools? Do you want something bigger? Do you want even more tips, more resources? I have this guide, and you can get it absolutely for free. Again, 50% of the people that are watching are gonna be like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that, right? So how am I building this list? How are we creating, guys? We're using Canva. You can use the totally free part of Canva. If you don't know how to use it, we'll show you how to do that as well. The other thing that I use too is Google Docs. It's also super free. Now, there is a paid version for Canva, so I did say it was free. Now, if you want to upgrade, and I think you should upgrade, then go ahead and definitely do that, because you're going to be able to have access to even more powerful tools. But let's say you're just starting out, or if you're just not sure, if you're on a budget, Canva, the free version, will give you the ability to create a checklist and guide that looks, fantastic, right? So don't feel bad at all. The goal is to capture the lead not the lead magnet, is to capture the lead and to give your potential customer tons of value, right? So the second thing that you could do is, host a workshop, right? So you could do this live. So if you have a date coming up and you're like, hey, you know what? I've been giving away all this free stuff, but people are asking me questions and now they want to go deeper. They want to learn more about the program. I would heavily suggest doing a workshop. I'm doing a workshop right now and people tune in all the time. It also helps me too when people, want to buy, but they're, again, not sure. They have more questions. Do a workshop. So this is something that you could do yourself. So even if you're not comfortable quite yet jumping on video to show your face, you don't have to show your face. So let me say it one more time. You don't have to show your face. You could actually just pull up slides. As a matter of fact, watch this. Hopefully I could bring it back. But boom, face got smaller. And you know what? I'm not going to hit the X because I think when I hit the X, it's going to totally make it disappear. But I could make this as big as I want to, or again, I can make it disappear. So it's not that hard, right? So I could, again, control everything that's going on. So even though you can't see me, you could still hear me, right? And that's the goal. So I've helped tons of clients that they're not ready. So I don't want to say they don't want to show their face. They actually do want to show their face, but they're not ready. So I've helped tons of customers or clients, students that are not ready to show their face, but still do their first presentation. And as they start doing more presentations, not showing their face, they get more comfortable. They're like, hey, you know what? I could do this. Like, what am I afraid of? Right. So once you build up the confidence, you could definitely do it, but do a workshop and you could use your phone. So right now I'm using the camera on my laptop, but let's say you didn't have a laptop and you're just getting started with your cell phone. You could literally just pick up the phone and just start recording. It could be 5-10 minutes. I recommend doing a workshop that's anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes. And the framework is not hard. I'll give you the framework. Once you come over to the course, we have a simple 60-minute framework, very easy. As a matter of fact, on a workshop, I'm going to give it to you for free. So there's tons of value that's always being handed out. But if you talk about your story in the first 10 minutes, just introduce yourself, let people know why you're there. Let people know about the transformation that you got, right? So what I mean by that is let people know what you were struggling with and what you had to go through to get to the point that you're at now, right? What type of results are you getting, right? And then that's 15 minutes right there. Then for the next 30 minutes, break down your process into 3 or 4 parts, no more than that. In the 3 or 4 parts, there should also be 3 or 4 parts. So if part 1 is exercise, you're going to talk about, your top 3 exercises, right? If part 2 is diet, you're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why you need to change your diet right now. So you get where I'm going, right? So do 3 to 4 parts, and that's going to take 30 minutes. Then the last 15 minutes is just Q&A, right? So people are going to have questions. People are going to have comments. They might even have different variations of their own stories and struggles, things that they're going through. And guess what? Between your introduction for 15 minutes, your talk for 30 minutes, and the Q&A for another 15 minutes, you've hit 60 minutes of a workshop right then and there. If you're doing it live, if you're doing it on Zoom, same thing. If you're recording it here for YouTube, or if you're using StreamYard, if you're putting it to your Facebook group, you have the power to create a workshop right now, talking about the things that make you an expert, right? The things that you want to highlight, the things that you want to showcase, the things that you are an authority in, right? You have the power to do that right now. And you could do it on your mobile phone. You can send it to YouTube and have it sit. And when it's time to get that information to somebody new, boom, use YouTube. And again, if you're using this automation system, you could have the YouTube already ready and it could be set to private, right? So it doesn't have to be public for the entire world to see. If this is something special that you only want for your students, send it to YouTube, gate it up, put it in your email, voila, you've now created your first workshop, right? So super easy. All right, so step 3 is going to be automation. So this is nurturing the relationship. So once you have the lead, we have several tools that we use and we'll allow you to pick which one is easier for you. But you could deliver 5 to 7 days worth of more emails. So maybe All right, so they got the offer, not maybe, so they got the offer, definitely. They're consuming your checklist, consuming your workshop, right? So over the next, 5 to 7 days, what you're going to do is send more emails. Maybe you're going to send a recap. Maybe you're going to send your story. Maybe you're going to do another video of how you've helped another client. Maybe you're going to send out a testimonial, but you could definitely have 5 to 7 days worth of emails. In the course, we talk all about this. You're going to make these emails extremely valuable. Right. So what I mean by extremely valuable, even sale worthy, like you're going to drop more gems. You're going to drop a gem that's even greater than the checklist or the workshop that you did the first time that you sent them. So the goal right here is to wow them as you, build the relationship. And step 3 is towards the end of your email series, present an offer. So a lot of people ask me, hey, Kaz, what should I be offering towards the end of my list? What should I be giving? This is your opportunity to sell yourself, right? So, 2 things. So, number 1, you're going to either present and offer some type of free product. So that's a consultation, that's an audit. So a consultation is you helping them even more. Highly recommended that you jump on the phone with them. So if you jump on the phone, that's another opportunity for them to check your vibe, see if they can relate to you, see if you can relate to them too. Because sometimes you might have somebody that wants to work with you, but after meeting them, you're like, hey, you don't match my energy. I don't want to work with you, right? The second thing that you could do is start selling right away. So you could offer paid things, paid offers. So digital products, these are ebooks, courses, coachings, memberships, packages, etc. But you should be making some type of offer. You don't have to wait till the last email too. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just put PS if you want help right now in this thing, just reach out to me for a one-on-one consultation. Reach out to me for a one-on-one call. I can help you, right? Step 4 is to magnify your brand awareness. Again, I said number 1 was the most important. Number 4 is almost equally as important, if not just as important as magnifying your brand going further. So you've done all these things to get out there, right? And you have automation working for you. You're developing your list, but you can't stop there. Some of your people that you pull over into your email list still might not sell. Not sell. They still might not buy. Right. So what you want to do is continue the relationship in a way where you're still giving away tons of value. And this is where we talked earlier about, hey, you know what, we're going to start with YouTube and TikTok, but you also want to make sure that as you're doing these short form videos, you're placing them everywhere. Right. So they're on Facebook. You're putting them on Instagram. If you have Pinterest, you're putting them there. If you use LinkedIn, you can use written content for LinkedIn. But you also want to get involved with outbound marketing. So outbound marketing is perfect for this step, because your presence is now established online. So when you start talking to people, when you start DMing people, right? When people start, coming into your world, looking at you, they're going to go through your page. They're going to Google you, right? They're going to look at your reviews, but you started developing some type of system where you're now getting more consistent with posting and showing up online. So you have no reason to be afraid. So the first thing that you want to do, and there's 2 things. The first thing that you want to do is dial into events. So events has worked for us over the past 5 years. And obviously before COVID, we were doing them live, and we'd do a networking event once a month, and we'd meet, 4 to 5 new, fresh clients, right? And some of them still work with us till this day. And we've created beautiful relationships, sometimes even friendships out of these events, right? Then we transitioned to using Zoom, and now we're doing Zoom events maybe, twice a month, right? So we have Facebook community, and we'll also sometimes just to get more leads, we'll do a random training. We'll show you exactly where to do these trainings, what tools and resources to use to even grow your audience even bigger. But once you're doing these trainings, 1, it's a great way to show your authority for you to show up. 2, it's an awesome way to collaborate. So sometimes if you want to, again, use somebody else's network or bring somebody else into your world where you're offering dual basis of value, you could do that through events. And number 3 is you're going to get access to tons of brand new leads. So people are going to be signing up, right? You could use advertising for this. So even though we're showing you how to make money online in 30 days without spending money on your ads, this is also an opportunity for $1 a day to boost some of your video ads, or if you have an event coming up, to get more attention on your events. And this is how you're going to do it. This is definitely how you're going to do it, right? So you're going to just dial into events, right? The second piece is you're going to use Facebook and Twitter to find connections, right? So when I say Twitter, It could be, again, other social networks, but people are on Facebook, people are on Twitter. So we talked about Instagram a lot. We talked about TikTok and YouTube a lot, but Facebook and Twitter are two other ways. In the course, what we're going to do is show you how to really dial down to 2 platforms. So even though we mentioned 5, maybe even 6 platforms, you don't want to be the king of them all. You don't want to be the queen of them all. You want to really dial into your top 2 platforms that you want to use on a regular basis, but more importantly, the top 2 platforms where your potential customers are. Right? So I got to say that one more time. You want to dial into the top 2 platforms of where your potential customers are. For some of you, it might be LinkedIn. For some of you, it might be TikTok. For some of you, it might be Facebook. But either way, I'm going to help you dial in, right? So listen, let's jump through this quick little recap. This is the brand marketing blueprint. So if you're liking it so far, just comment 1 down below. I promise to get you out of here in under 30 minutes. Let's do it. So the brand marketing blueprint system, step 1 is this content marketing, doing as many videos as possible. We are going to show you how to create the content physically, how to create it, right? We're going to show you what apps we use. We're going to show you shortcuts. We're going to show you how to create content when you don't have a lot of time or money or even content creation skills, right? Step 2 is the lead magnet. So getting people into your world through email, super important. Number 3 is making sure that you're able to use the tools and technology that's out right now. AI is a big deal. So using AI to do 90% of the heavy lifting, sending out these emails is not something that you have to sit down and write every day. I'm going to show you how to get them one time. We're going to give you the scripts, right? So you don't have to even come up with it. But if you want to, I'm going to show you how to use AI to do that too, right? So this is going to be the lazy man's or a lazy woman's method or way to automate your whole entire business, specifically with, following up with your potential leads. And step 4 is just magnifying your brand. Yeah, do it through events. If you want to drop down a couple of dollars, you can, but I promise you, you do not have to spend $1, right, on ads if you do not want to, right? So money just makes, ads happen, and ads just make things happen faster, right? So if you do want to amplify this process, you can with money, but you don't need to. You don't need to at all, right? So this, again, is the brand marketing blueprint system. Using your cell phone right here. You could do this, right? Send people to a lead page, get them into your world. And once they're in your world, you can sell them on that tour, sell them on that training, and sell that course, sell that event. Or if you're an affiliate marketer, right, sell them on other products. You could definitely grow your audience, grow your business, right here with the brand marketing blueprint system, right? So here it is. If you want to get started, I'm going to leave a link down below. Go to www.brandmarketingblueprint.com. We have a 12-month program right now. Once you get in, you'll get access to group coaching. You'll get access to the course right away and access to the community. So we can start learning and earning together. So thanks for watching. Again, www.brandmarketingblueprint.com. Jump into the brand marketing blueprint system. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a consultant, if you want to be an affiliate marketer, this is the number 1 way to start up. It's the easiest way, and it's the most productive way to start up. So if you do want immediate results, go to www.brandmarketingblueprint.com, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. It's Kaz.